$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, there's something new this Halloween, a thing that I did not know about, and it's called purple pumpkins.
Oh, that's been a thing on Urban Dictionary for years, man.
Oh, the purple pumpkin.
Yeah. You don't want to look that up.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
that's is that better or worse than the blue waffle?
It's on the same. No, it's don't even say blue waffle because now someone's going to Google it and then they're going to yell at us because they're like, "You told me not to do it, but I did it anyway." And
that's right. Yeah.
Here come the texts.
And don't do the purple pumpkin. Then that could even be. No, what it is, I guess, is that if you see one of these purple pumpkins hanging in a window, it means that the people at that house, that place, are going to be handing out candy to trick-or-treaters and taking precautions when it comes to the COVID.
I would feel more comfortable going trick-or-treating and, to people who have that pumpkin displayed in their window.
Well, the resident is wearing a mask, is distributing individually wrapped candies, maintaining the proper sanitary conditions necessary under COVID.
I don't know if necessarily going up to strange houses in the neighborhoods is a great idea. We have to maintain that 6 feet of social distancing. Everybody's got to have a mask on. And even the Halloween mask, remember, it doesn't count as protection against infection, so they still need to be careful with that.
Does anybody think that the Halloween mask actually is going to keep you from anything?
All right, so I guess I'm going to have to put my mask away and get something else.
Unless it's one of those cool old school Ben Cooper ones. Those things fight everything.
Oh, yeah, the Ben Cooper ones, basically, they will. You're right. Those things, man, they'll probably kill you before anything else will.
Those are the best.
Oh, really? By the best, you mean they were horrible?
They were terrible, and they were dangerous. Like, I felt like I cut my tongue so many times because you try to stick your tongue through the little mouth slot, and it's like sharp plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those things were. It's amazing what they would, like what they put out there. Go, kids, it doesn't matter.
I was almost too young to have to deal with those, but I dealt with them when I was very, very little, and I still remember them.
Vicky, do you even know what the Ben Cooper mask's, Annie?
Not like by name. I'm going to look this up. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry, Steve. You are
hurts, man.
I've seen pictures, but
I was Peter Criss from Kiss, and I had the Ben Cooper mask, man. And then it's like a garbage bag that was painted, basically, was the rest of the costume.
Exactly.
You never used that part.
Danny, Vicky, you can thank my generation. Because we grew up with it and we swore we're not going to put our kids through that. We're going to have real costumes.
It's the worst costume ever.
It looks pretty terrible.
Yeah.
These are the ones. Like,
they're horrific.
They were hard, like weird. They were hard but thin plastic. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was razor blade plastic.
Yeah. I don't think they dulled out the edges whenever they cut the plastic.
And you described it. And the rest of it was just a garbage bag with a print of whatever, the Hulk or whatever you wanted on there.
And then you just put that over the rest of your body, and that was the costume, and it was just complete, like low budget.
Oh yeah.
But that's all we had.
Hey, look, we thought it was cool.
Oh, I was pumped when I got the Peter Criss one because I had a little bit of a fake hair, too. And it was just like, but it's only just the face. So from the behind, it just looks stupid.
Exactly.
It said it was an iconic American symbol of Halloween from the 1950s to the 1970s, but they kind of went through to the 1980s. So
I was going to say.
Right before I was born.
It was definitely through the 80s as well because I don't remember much from the 70s.
Well, they look like they would
like
survive.
barely born.
They look like they would survive a bomb. Like they're made of such hard plastic. So that makes sense that they went for a long time afterwards.
And then what held your face was just like this stupid elastic string that always breaks.
Yeah.
So then you're just walking around holding it like a weird, mask thing.
Masquerade.
And it's just...
Yeah.
Oh, what do we have to do to get BJ and Mig's Ben Cooper masks made?
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez. Then you could be us.
I feel like it's cheap enough that we could actually do it.
That would be awesome next year. Put that down.
All right, there we go. Put it down. Yeah, it's the mask game has definitely been improved.
Danny found the Ben Cooper Kiss ones. Those are those are awesome, dude. I'll have to find pictures. I have a picture of me wearing one of those, and it's.
Would you like to get the Ben Cooper Kiss mask?
That was before Gene Simmons was completely making money off of everything.
Well, I think he learned, didn't he?
That's probably where it all started.
He was like, look at the money they're making on. All right.
So purple pumpkins.
Yeah. If there's a purple pumpkin in the window, it's funny because a buddy of mine, he's actually fabricating a long skeleton arm that he is going to hand the candy out through. So it's 6 feet.
Nice. Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought you were going to say it was like a skeleton arm that was like a tube and you just shoot it through the tube.
That would be
a lot of
cool
people
too.
are doing tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like a t-shirt gun. I'm just going to shoot it at kids.
There's get off
my porch.
I'm coming to your house.
Right? Wouldn't that be awesome? You get shot by Snickers.
Yeah. And then
In
you
a
could
Mars bar.
You can pretend you're at a game and just be like, "Who wants this?
Shoot it in my mouth."
If they catch it in their mouth, they get a big, real life-size candy bar.
Yeah.
Oh,
King
sure.
size.
Shooting fun-sized Snickers in somebody's throat area is never going to be like. You better know the Heimlich in your house if you're going to do shit. If you're going to be that person.
Or I'll just open up all the Smarties and just shove them in like a shotgun, and then it's like,
oh, there we go. Sure. I lost an eye, but it was tasty.
Right. And I got a big life-size candy bar out of it.
Yeah, not bad. Love that plan.
And then you wonder why I got sued on Halloween.
Yeah,
we haven't figured out what the hell we're going to do for Halloween. Are we going to even have something set up for trick-or-treaters?
Well, first of all, you're not on the map, so no one's going to find you.
That's a good point. It's not our old development was it was stress-inducing if you didn't have enough candy. This one, we have 3 houses in our development that have been built.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have an influx of kids just walking around, I bet.
You may not have it. You may now know what it feels like to be me.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry. Unless
I've been doing everything in my power to not feel like you.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. It finally happened. Unless you go set up a stand, go to your old neighborhood and just sort of set up shop outside.
Knock on the new owner's door and be like, look, we got this.
Yeah.
Can we upstairs?
Can we take over for one day?
We know how to do this.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to get all that stuff prepared because what if nobody comes like they don't show up to my house? Though we've got 2 new neighbors in my cul-de-sac that have kids.
So you at least get a couple.
So it's, I say that, but I mean, the neighbor that we have with kids never trick-or-treated around our own neighborhood. They went somewhere else.
You should just stand at the end of your driveway with a sign that says free candy, and maybe they'll come up.
Oh, sure. Should I get a white van, too?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Like free candy, I've got the purple pumpkin.
Yeah. That's probably going to sound bad, too. Yeah. Okay.
What if you dress up as a purple pumpkin?
Well, I suppose that's maybe better. I don't.
Hey, kids.
Yeah.
Purple pumpkin here.
It's the Kool-Aid man who's not feeling so good. That's what it is. We got a dude that was busted for doing something very inappropriate in public. And he said he did this because he is a drummer.
Oh, great.
Okay, Steve. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Migs Report for you at 6:17.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Kia Pure for giving us the Migs Report. And today's a very special day for me. It's National Eat a Pretzel Day.
Oh, yeah.
So you know I'm going to be eating a pretzel later on today. That's what's up.
Wow. That's what's up.
It's also National Nut Day.
Excuse me.
Wow, that was tough. I don't know which way to go, pretzel or nut.
And I was reluctant in saying that it's National Nut Day because the next story I have to share is about a guy who got caught taking care of himself in a truck. All right. Truck nuts.
Oh, I get it.
Well, there's something going on. And his excuse is rather interesting. He's a 72-year-old man. He's from Baton Rouge, and his name is James. And I guess he parked next to the campus of LSU.
All right.
And, well, someone called the cops because they said, yeah, he's watching the female students walk by as he's taking care of himself, enjoying National Nut Day, I guess.
No.
Well, the cops ran his plates. They noticed that he's been arrested for similar incidents going all the way back to 1981.
Oh, damn.
And several happened in that very parking lot. How does this guy even get to park there?
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Well, anyways, when they showed up and like, hey, what the hell are you doing? He's like, look, guys, it was a misunderstanding. I was not doing things to myself. I was just listening to some music and playing air drums.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that happens a lot.
He did admit that he was there to watch women because, quote, it's the only thing I have left.
Oh, really? I didn't know it's the only thing he has left.
But he said, I was just air drumming. I wasn't taking care of myself. I mean, that's the whole beating the skins thing. It's
hey. Wow. Wow, did that happen? That just happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
What song? I mean, what do you think? In the Air Tonight? It had to have been. If you're listening to a song and you're air drumming, it's probably that epic moment.
Yeah, I don't think that. That's more like he was like dancing with himself.
Okay, fair.
Really
or maybe Green Day's Longview.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Or Faith No More's Epic.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Turning Japanese by the Vapors.
That's the one. Cool Jerk. That's another good one.
Give me The Stroke from, was that Seeger?
No, that's from Billy
Squire.
Yeah.
Not Bob Seeger.
Yeah.
Like a rock.
Oh, dear. Yeah, but Billy Squire's a lot younger than Mr. Seeger.
We can have a whole playlist.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is one on Apple Music.
Oh, there's probably, taking care of business? Oh, yeah, take care of business. There you go.
Right.
He was working overtime, too.
Here's a guy who's an idiot. He's a criminal, and he just learned a valuable lesson in disappointment.
Oh, yeah? What's
25 years old. He lives in Ohio, and, he was drunk at 1:30 in the morning, and he said, I really need some Chicken McNuggets. So he went to a McDonald's, and he broke in to get those Chicken McNuggets. But when he got inside, there was nobody there to take his order.
That's the problem, is that you got to make them.
Right. So then the alarm went off. The cop showed up. He was walking out, charged with disorderly conduct while intoxicated, and he never got those Chicken McNuggets.
Yeah. Well, this is why you need a 24-hour place. You know, you really need to always have a 24-hour McDonald's.
I don't know if you guys were paying attention to Seahawks chatter yesterday on the internet.
No, what's going on?
Rumor has it that the Seahawks are interested in signing Antonio Brown.
Really?
Now, can he play defense? Because I feel like that's more important right now.
Yeah, you say that, but unless they're just loading up the offense, going, we're just going to outscore you.
Right. At this point, we're going to make it impossible for us not to score all the time.
That's pretty much, yeah.
If you get a guy like that, and you got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
I mean, and then also David Moore.
I mean, how many targets is this guy going to have unless we're just going to have everybody fresh?
And I mean, if you're on the other team, if you're like a safety or a cornerback, you're like, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Again, who the hell is he going to throw to? He's got all this firepower.
He's got all that. Yeah, that would be. How many receivers can you put out there?
Well, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, he says that, Seattle is positioned to make a push to sign the wide receiver when he gets back on the field after Week 8. Pete Carroll did his press conference, and, of course, the reporters asked him about it. And it was a rather interesting series of questions and answers from Pete Carroll.
We have endeavored to be in on everything that's going on, and John has done a marvelous job of always being tuned in to what's happening, and this is no exception, so we'll see what happens, but we're tuned in to what's happening there.
With a player like that, how much digging do you have to do into his troubles both on the field and with teams and into what has happened off the field?
Yeah, we're nowhere there right now. So let's wait and see what happens and all that. But we do all of the homework we can think of doing. I mean, we will never think that we can leave a stone unturned.
Can you at least handicap how realistic this possibility is, or is this just an agent floating something out there for leverage and interest?
Okay, I want to answer either end of that, the way you presented that question. So this is a high-profile football player, and he's had a tremendous history and all that. So everybody's curious about it. It makes sense, and so I don't think I answered any of one of those. Okay, next.
Yeah, I'm not answering your question.
I love
that's a good question though, in the way you said it. What's the probability if you're a Vegas guy?
Yeah, and I love that some coaches get pissed. But Pete's just, I can't answer. What are you, crazy? I'm not going to answer that.
I'm just going to say some other stuff and not answer your question, and then acknowledge I didn't answer your question. Next.
Yeah, I love that. That was a great answer from Pete.
That'll be interesting if that actually happens, I tell you.
Dude,
tell you.
Yeah, look, they're all in on letting Russ cook, and you got to get the right ingredients, right?
Oh, geez, man. Yeah, that's a lot of ingredients.
Because I personally believe what's easier to do, to shore up that defense or just to go all in on that offense?
Just make the offense more awesome. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, one guy like that could make the offense even more ridiculous. That's for sure. Obviously the guy's had some issues in the past, some on the field and also off the field with problems with his old teams like the Steelers and the Raiders, and then also dealing with the Patriots as well. And then off the field, he had some sexual assault charges put at him and a bunch of other stuff as well. But who knows? I mean, maybe a change of environment. And Pete Carroll seems to have a magic touch when it comes to players that are considered problem players in the past.
Yeah, if you can't play for the Seahawks, I mean, first of all, what's the incentive? We look like we are one of the best teams in football. And the second thing is one of the best cultures in any football locker room. You can't play for us, then you really can't play for anybody. And I'm looking at certain people that used to play for us and gave us the finger. I'm not going to mention names.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Well, we go from one interesting wide receiver to another, and that's Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing with the Cleveland Browns.
I knew him.
And some people were a little concerned because he was sent home because he wasn't feeling well, and some were worried that maybe he was dealing with the coronavirus.
Well, that's what we always think, right?
But he says I had 2 negative tests 24 hours apart. He told his coaches about the symptoms that he was dealing with, but it looks like he doesn't have the coronavirus, which okay, that's good to hear. But his press conference about all of it was rather interesting because at some point he said that him and the COVID-19, there's mutual respect between him and the virus.
Huh? Were you worried, though, about a positive test or anything like that? What was kind of going through your mind through that whole process?
No, not in an arrogant way. I just don't think COVID can get to me. I don't think it's going to enter this body. I don't want no parts of it. It don't want no parts of me. I think it's a mutual respect. So I wasn't really worried about the test.
Oh, that's fantastic. What the hell?
And right after that press conference, Odell was pot tested to see if he was stoned.
That is, so has he had negotiations with the virus and they've come to an agreement that they respect each other but just keep distance? Is that what?
I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like he's been it's sort of like they met on the battlefield.
Right. They don't want a part of me. I don't want a part of them. Yeah. We're just going to walk in different directions.
You mind your business. I'll mind my business. Okay, COVID?
I say, go talk to Johnny Football.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not even on the team anymore.
Oh.
Just go talk to Baker.
Okay.
I forgot to mention this, but Texas just brought it up. A very good point. The Seahawks did strengthen up their defense. They re-signed Michael Kendrick, so we'll see what happens with that.
Ain't bad.
No, not at all. World Series, all tied up at 1 game apiece.
Hey, how about those Rays?
As the Tampa Rays, I mean, it almost looked like the Dodgers were going to come back and win it, but the Tampa Rays held off and beat the Dodgers 6-4. No game tonight, so you can enjoy Thursday night football. It's a big game.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're going to see who sucks less in the NFC East as the Giants, who are at 1-5, are taking on the Eagles, who are at 1-4-1.
That division,
epic battle.
That division is pathetic. I mean, it really, really is pathetic. I wonder.
You have a playoff chance, and maybe like a team might have 4 wins in the season and might make the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I think the worst I've seen is 7-9, which was us, right? I don't know if I've seen anybody who's had less than 7 wins to actually win their division.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but we'll have to ask Mitch next time we talk to him.
Which will be on Monday, because, of course, Seahawks are playing this weekend. Sounders are playing tonight at home against Portland.
Oh, get them.
Go get them.
Go get them.
As far as weather, it's going to be sunny today, a high of 54. Thank you, Mercedes-Benz of Seattle, for giving us the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
And big news, if you're looking for something to watch, the Borat movie's coming out this weekend.
Ooh, yes.
Coming out on Sunday.
Oh, Amazon Prime.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to watch it?
I intend to. I do intend to. I hope I can get to it on Sunday. That's going to be my TV watching day.
I don't have any interest.
Really?
I really don't either, but I figure that I probably should because it's my job.
I mean, I've read some reports that say it's hilarious and also cringeworthy in like what you'd expect from Borat.
Well, that sounds like exactly Borat. So why wouldn't you watch it if you watched the first one?
I mean, I saw the first one. I don't know. It's like I kind of feel like I've already been there, done that.
Our boy's grown up, but it feels like it's your kind of humor.
I watch stupid comedy still all the time.
Yeah, but Borat is like the dumbest and also the edgiest.
It's the dumbest and the most intelligent, so I'm taking that as a compliment.
Yeah, it really is. Well, you may want to watch it because despite what Rudy Giuliani said over the summer, and Rudy, of course, is he now the lawyer for President Trump, kind of the ipso facto
like
kind of?
Yeah.
So despite what he said over the summer, early reviews of this new movie, the Borat sequel, do say that the former mayor of New York City really did fall victim to a Sacha Baron Cohen prank. He tried to say he didn't.
About that. That's right. There was like the big hoopla about him and like an awkward moment with him and Sacha Baron Cohen because of the movie.
Yeah, he literally, and I'm using the word literally correctly, he literally was caught with his hands down his pants.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
Which one, Sasha or Giuliani?
Giuliani.
Either's hot.
That's very hot.
I just want to know what I'm vizing.
Well, if you haven't seen the promo for the new movie where he's got the mask on his area, yeah. Back in July, Rudy agreed to be interviewed in a hotel room by what he thought was a conservative news outlet, but the interviewer was really the actress portraying Borat's daughter in the film.
Okay.
And after the interview, she suggested they go into the bedroom for a drink. She removes Rudy's microphone, after which Rudy lays back on the bed and puts his hand down his pants. At this point, Borat bursts into the room in lingerie and yells, "She's 15. She's too old for you." Oh, this is horrific.
All right, now I'm starting to think I need to watch this movie.
Yeah, here we go. So this was filmed back in July because Rudy called the cops after it all happened. And Giuliani is already in damage control mode. In a radio interview, he said he was tucking his shirt back in because it came out when his microphone was taken off.
I went to an interview, seemed like a legitimate interview. I did the interview with a young woman who was new to interviewing, and I was being kind to her. And then I had to leave, and I had my jacket on. I was fully clothed at all times. And I had to take off the electronic equipment. And when the electronic equipment came off, some of it was in the back, and my shirt came a little out. I leaned back, and I tucked my shirt in. And at that point, when I get up, she says something about, "Do I want a massage?" I realize now that this is a setup, and I call my security guy, Brian, who's right outside. I said, "Brian, come in here." And then all of a sudden, crazy Sacha Baron Cohen runs in with a cape on, and he's yelling and screaming all kinds of stupid stuff. Very calmly say, "Brian, call the police." Police come. Sacha Baron Cohen is running away, I think with his underwear on and a cape on his back. So now, if I was doing anything wrong, I would not call the police. And if he was doing anything right, he wouldn't have run away.
Boy, does that sound like a prepared statement.
Yeah.
I mean, it just sounds like another day in politics, honestly.
Yeah.
That too.
Hanging out with people wearing capes and hands down pants.
I always tuck my shirt in when I'm lying down. I don't get up and tuck my shirt in like a regular person.
I'm no detective, so I don't know what happened in this whole situation, but it seems kind of odd that he's even lying on a bed during an interview.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. I guess I got to watch it to kind of be the judge for myself because, I mean, I'm just looking at a still from this video and there he is laying down with his hand down his pants.
And here's the thing. This place where he was interviewed, if you read the story, and we'll have to see it, but she did the interview in a hotel room, but it might have been a suite, which means there was a bedroom to go into.
Right.
Because she suggested, let's go into the bedroom. So how did they go from the interview place to the bedroom?
That
what was
seems
the point?
a little weird. Again, I'm no detective, but that seems rather odd.
See, if it was a one-room hotel room where the bed's in the room, okay, makes sense.
Because, I mean, I've done interviews where I've gone to hotel rooms. I mean, I was in a hotel room with Will Ferrell, and the same thing exactly happened.
Hands in the pants and everything.
His hands in my pants.
Oh, whoa. Well, your shirt needed to be tucked in.
Well, that's where the microphone was. So it was just, No, like when they do like these press junkets, a lot of times they just take over like a floor of a hotel and they just set up each room for a place to do an interview. But at no point are you laying on a bed.
Yeah.
Like you set up the room to do an interview.
Yeah.
There's no bed usually even in that spot.
It's literally a press junket.
Yeah, that's
a good point. Emphasis on the junk.
I mean,
What a scene!
Yeah. See, now you're you want to watch this movie, don't you?
You know, they kind of sold me on that.
Yeah, they did.
If you watch it, can you let me know when it happens in the movie so I don't have to watch the whole stupid film?
Yeah. Don't forget, there's going to be the scene that happened. Down south? Was it Lacey or somewhere where he did that country music?
Yeah.
thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was either Olympia or Lacey or something.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So there's that in there too. So there's a local angle for you to watch the Borat movie.
Oh,
the
man.
Borat subsequent movie film is what it's called. Amazon Prime this Sunday.
Wow.
This Friday, excuse me. It premieres this Friday. Yeah. So there you go.
There is nothing worse to like it. Like, let's just say everything he's saying is 100% truthful, right? And he's just adjusting his, because I mean, you do tuck your shirt in. I understand. And if it just caught in a picture, it can look way worse than it has. You know, I mean, we've seen situations in like paparazzi catching somebody doing something where it's like, for that half a second, it looks like they're doing something messed up. But if you watch the video, they're not doing anything messed up. Because I think about like the times at the gym, like sometimes I'm doing something and then like my boxers ride up and then all of a sudden I got to like adjust them. But I'm like, crap, how do I do this tactfully while there's like females around me working out? Because it's going to look like I'm like, Jimmy the Adjuster. Adjusting my Jimmy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I'm kind of curious to see what this video is going to be like before I completely am thinking, well, this was something really inappropriate.
Yeah, because you're going to get to sort of see tone, facial expression. This is really, then you're going to get to see whether or not he really was being just, adjusting himself, or if in fact he thought action was going to happen.
Yeah, and I don't know, what is the marital status of him?
That I don't know either.
Thinking like, oh, this is a nice little bonus to this interview.
And I don't know if she really looks like a young girl or if she looks like just a young adult woman, which if she's a woman, it looks like she's in her 20s. I mean, yeah, people are going to find it disgusting that a man that old would want to be with a woman that young, but it still is legal.
Yeah, and it looks like that he was divorced last year because Judith Giuliani is not married to him now, and that was 2019.
Wow, 2019. We don't know when this was filmed and when this news came out, if that led to the divorce.
I think it was filmed this summer.
Okay,
in July.
Yeah.
So that was okay. So that then he was already
2020 continues to get weirder and weirder, boys.
Well, he was single, or at least on his way to a divorce, so he wasn't cheating. It's just a matter of whether or not she looks like she's really, really young. But then again, how many reporters do you know that are reporting at the age of 15 years old?
Right.
Because that's what
just Borat was just trying to like turn that into the bit.
Yeah, I don't know. So in a way, what did he do wrong if in fact he's a single guy? I don't know why he would.
No, I mean, dude, unless.
I mean, if she's offering to give him a massage and he's a single guy and she's over the age, I mean,
did she specifically? I don't know, man.
We need to watch this.
We have to see. If she looks like if he's just creeping on her, yeah, that's wrong. But if in fact it looks like she's trying to set him up for something, then and he's a single guy. I don't know. I mean, if you're a single guy and somebody says, "Hi, well, can I give you a massage?" How are you going to
say a hand massage? Like what kind of massage?
Well, that's the other thing is because all that's illegal unless I don't know if money was you know what I mean? It's all borderline. Well, it's you know what? It's Borat. It's really what it is. We have to watch. We have to find out.
I am now curious about that scene.
Yeah, I am too.
What is that going to be like? That's probably like the last scene in the movie. Like, you're not going to make me sit through this whole movie just to see that scene.
Probably that's what they would do.
So I'm just going to basically wake up on Saturday morning and put Prime on and hit fast forward until I find that scene. But I really don't want to I don't want to watch this whole stupid show.
Wow, I am surprised because I really thought you were a Borat guy.
No, I was more of a Ali G guy.
Oh, he was,
Ali G was pretty funny because it was different. And then all of a sudden Borat just felt like, okay, it's just him doing the same thing with a different accent and a different look. And then came Bruno, and I'm like, okay, well, we're just
Bruno was way too much.
Yeah, Bruno was a lot.
And don't get me wrong, like there were some moments in Borat that were very, laugh out loud funny. I'm not saying it's not like what he's doing is fun, but after a while, it's just like, okay, this is the same shtick over and over again.
I can see that. I think our boy's grown up. I'm very surprised.
Aww.
Because
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it.
I don't know if I'm really fully grown up. I just farted in front of someone and blamed it on my baby.
Oh, all right. Well, you see. Really? All right, that makes me feel better.
Well, shout out to my wife. She really kind of had my back in that situation. That was pretty funny.
Well, yeah.
People coming and doing estimates on things in our home. And so I'm like on the floor playing with Tatum and I ripped a fart. I didn't mean to, but like that person was there for a long period of time.
Oh, boy.
And so it just went, and it wasn't like anything massive and like gnarly, but it was like there. And I was like, crap, what do I do? Because it was loud.
Yeah.
And then my wife just swoops in and goes, oh, Tatum. And I'm like, This is why I married you. Like, you just completely had my back.
She might have saved herself going, I don't want anybody to think my husband's this kind of guy.
It was it was a selfish reason. Like, she didn't want to be guilt by association.
Exactly.
The baby.
I would never marry this kind of a lout, but babies, they just do it.
Yeah, they just do it.
Yeah.
But she was quicker thinking than I was.
Yeah.
And I thought that was hilarious. I had to leave the room. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, yeah. I started blaming my kids for that as soon as they were there. It was the greatest thing ever. Poor Joey was blamed for so much that he never did.
Oh, all morning I'll blame Sarah when I rip one in here.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sarah.
There goes Sarah again.
Oh, there's Sarah.
Walks right
She's been
in.
doing it ever since
Like,
she was
screw you, Steve.
Yeah.
Walking the hallways and someone's like, what's that? I'm like, Sarah just walked
That's
by.
friggin' Sarah. Sarah. She's ratchet, right? You know how she is.
Too much wine last night, I guess.
That's what it was.
That box wine makes you toot.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Cyanide is often said to have the bitter aroma of what nut?
You'll do it for me.
I know. It's almonds. Yes.
Yeah. Good job, buddy. You must be poisoning a lot of people.
Happy National Nut Day.
Yeah,
right.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on the Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.